amazing artist. I hope you're having an amazing day so far. Today we are starting a brand new project and it is all about the color wheel. I have a color wheel in front of me to show you guys a few things. Just as a quick reminder and review, we should know the three primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. And we know that we can mix the primary colors together. Like if I mix the primary color red with the primary color yellow, then what do I get? Oh, look right in between. What's right in between yellow and red? You're right, orange. And is orange a primary color? No, orange is a secondary color, right? So we are going to actually color our own color wheel today, and we are going to be making a really fun picture of an umbrella and a person holding an umbrella. So today what you're going to get is a piece of paper with an umbrella already drawn on it. Okay, your goal today is to arrange your colors in the correct order on the color wheel, okay? And I'm gonna walk you through that in just a minute. So today, all we're doing is coloring our umbrella, following the order of the color wheel, and then next week we'll start adding some more details to bring our picture all together. So I made this color wheel just so you guys can see what order our colors go in, but I'm gonna set it off to the side. You do not need this. This is just for me to show you guys as a visual today. All you're going to need if you're doing this at home is a piece of paper with an umbrella drawn inside of it, and you're gonna need 8 sections. So let me just make sure I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. Along with your paper, you're going to need some oil pastels, and as you can see, all I have are the 3 primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, because we can mix these colors together with our oil pastels to create our secondary colors. And I'll show you what that looks like in just a moment. We're also going to be using a little bit of white to blend our colors together, and that's pretty much it. Oh, almost forgot, you will need a pencil to write your name. And that's actually the first step. So when you get to your table, you are gonna find this piece of paper in front of you. And what you're gonna do is you need to flip it over and write your name on the back. So my name is, of course, Miss M, but you're gonna write your name, and then after you write your name, you'll flip it back over to the umbrella side. Okay, once your name is on the back, we're ready to start coloring. Okay, and we're going to color the 3 primary colors first, and I'm going to start with red. Okay, you need to follow these directions step by step so our colors do not get confused. Okay, so if we look at our color wheel, red is right at the top of the color wheel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my oil pastel, and I'm going to, of course, take my time and try to color inside the lines as best as I can. Sometimes what I like to do when I'm coloring with oil pastel is I want to outline whatever I'm coloring in. So I'm going to outline it first, and then I'll color inside of those lines. Okay, oil pastel can be a little bit messy. My fingers are already getting some oil pastel on it, but that's okay. Miss M will give you a wipe at the end of class after you line up, and you can wipe your fingers off. But for now, we know that art can be kind of messy, and that's totally fine. Okay, as long as it's an accident. We don't want to be coloring our hands with these oil pastels, do we? No, because that would be a waste of materials. So just color on your paper, and if you get some on your fingers, that's okay. Art is a little bit messy, no worries. But as you can see, I'm really taking my time to color in all of those white spaces. We don't want any white to show after we're done coloring. Okay? And there's some little bits that are coming off, so I'm gonna blow them away. If you have little pieces of oil pastel coming up, you can just blow them away. Okay, so there is my red section. Now, like I said, we're gonna start with the 3 primary colors, so we're gonna skip the secondary colors for now. So we have red, let's go to yellow, would be my next primary color. And since we're skipping over orange, we are going to skip the section next to red because we know that's going to be orange in just a minute. And then we're going to go plop to the next one and we're going to color it yellow. And I'm going to do the same thing that I did with my red. I'm going to outline this section first with the yellow, and then it will make it a lot easier to color in. And oil pastel can be messy, so we need to make sure that we are taking our time and being as neat as possible. This yellow oil pastel is a little bit dirty, so you might see some red bits inside of my yellow section, and that's okay. I'm not too worried about it. That's a part of using oil pastels, is that the colors like to mix together a lot, and that is totally fine. Especially yellow, because it's such a lighter color. The darker colors want to overpower it a little bit, but I'm just going to keep coloring it in and blending any colors that show up together with my yellow, and of course making sure that there are no white spaces after I'm done. Okay, I have some little bits of oil pastel wanting to come up, so I'm just gonna blow them away, okay, just like that off of your paper. All right, what's our last primary color? I have red and I have yellow. So what is our last primary color? Yes, blue. We're skipping the secondary colors at first. We're going to color the primary colors first, and then we'll get to the secondary. And my last primary color is blue. So I'm going to take my blue, but I'm not going to color blue right next to yellow, am I? No, because blue is not next to yellow on the color wheel. Green is in between them, and we're skipping the secondary colors right now. So we're just gonna skip over this section next to yellow, and we're gonna go straight to blue. And remember, we're gonna outline first, and then color it in. All right, so I have my 3 primary colors all done. Now we need to do our 3 secondary colors, okay? So we need to think about how are we gonna mix the 3 secondary colors, because all we have is red, yellow, and blue. I don't have an orange oil pastel, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to mix those secondary colors. But the color wheel actually can tell me how to do that, because if I look at orange on the color wheel, red and yellow are right next to it, so I know that red plus yellow, what's right in between them, equals orange. So right in between red and yellow, we are going to take our red oil pastel and our yellow oil pastel, and we are going to layer them on top of each other to make the orange color. Okay, so first, when we're making orange, we're going to take our red and we're going to color that section in. Okay, we don't have to press down very hard, just color it in a little bit, because we're going to go over this red with the yellow to make our secondary color orange. See, I left a little bit of white space, but I'm not too worried about it, because I'm going to put yellow on top of it, and I'm going to start to press down a little harder so I can get those colors to mix together, and it's starting to turn into a beautiful orange color. It's a very dark orange, but it is definitely orange. And I'm going over the red with my yellow a few times just to make sure all of those colors are mixing together just like that. And I'm gonna blow away any little bits that I see. Coming up, there is my orange color. Now, let's go to green. Okay, so let's look at our color wheel here. Where is green? Here it is. Green is a secondary color. What 2 colors do you think I need to make green? Let's look on each side. So next to green, I have yellow, and on the other side, I have blue. So I know that I need yellow and blue to mix green. So I'm gonna grab my yellow oil pastel and my blue oil pastel, and I'm gonna start with blue, and I'm gonna do the same thing that we did with orange. I'm just gonna lightly color the section in between blue and yellow, and I'm gonna color it green by mixing blue and yellow together. When you're mixing two colors with oils pastel, it's okay if you leave some white space, because I'm going to take my yellow now and I'm going to start coloring over top of that blue, and I'm pressing down kind of hard to make sure that those colors are mixing. Now, I'm not pressing down too hard to where my oil pastels are breaking or anything. I'm pressing down hard enough to get my blue and my yellow to mix. And what happened? Oh, it turned green. Awesome. All right, I have two secondary colors now, orange and green. I'm just missing, which one is it? Ooh, violet. Yes, I'm missing violet. So let's look at our color wheel and we can see what two colors do I need to make violet? Which two primary colors do I need to make violet? Should I mix green and orange together? No, those are two secondary colors. We need two primary colors to make violet. Let's look on each side of violet. I have red, and on the other side, I have blue. So, what does that tell us? Blue plus red equals violet. Awesome, so I'm gonna grab my blue oil pastel and my red oil pastel. But before I color my violet, I need to see where is it gonna go, because I have 1, 2, 3 sections left. And Miss M has a plan here, okay? So we're actually going to skip the one right next to blue, keep that one white for now, and we're gonna go to the next one, okay? So purple or violet is right across the street from yellow. Okay, so right across from yellow, we're gonna do purple. All right, so there should be a white section next to purple on the left side and a white section on the other side. So first, I will take my blue and I'm gonna do the same thing that we've been doing when mixing our oil pastels. I'm gonna outline that shape first, and I'm gonna lightly color it in. You don't have to color it in all the way, right? Because we are mixing our secondary colors. You can leave some white space, because now I'm gonna take my red and I'm gonna go over that blue. Remember to be nice and neat, because oil pastels can be super messy, right? So just take your time and try your best to color inside the lines. Please do not scribble. And I'm using my red and I'm just going over that blue, and it is turning violet, because we know red plus blue equals violet. Very good. All right, let me blow off my little pieces here. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, Miss M, we have the three primary colors, red, yellow, and blue. And we've already done the three secondary colors now, orange, green, and purple. So what are these two pieces going to be? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. If we remember the rainbow order, right? Roy G. Biv. Which color are we missing? We have red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Oh, let's think Roy G. Biv. What color comes after blue in Roy G. Biv? Give you a hint. It's not violet, because we already have violet here. And one more hint. It starts with the letter I. Yes, it's indigo. Good job. Indigo is like a dark bluey purple kind of color, and we are going to mix that on our color wheel. So what two colors do you think you need to make indigo? If it's a dark bluish, dark purplish color, all you need is blue and purple. Okay, so we're gonna take our blue and our purple and we're gonna mix them together. But first I'm gonna color it blue. The section right after blue is gonna be indigo. So I'm gonna take some blue and I'm gonna outline it, outline that shape, and lightly color it blue. And then I'm gonna take my violet and I'm going to go over it to make indigo. Now I'm really working hard to stay inside the lines and mix the blue and the violet together, and I'm pressing down a little bit harder this time, but not enough to break my oil pastel like I said earlier. And there is our beautiful indigo color. Now we just have one more section to go, and this is gonna be a fun section. And this section isn't typically on the color wheel, but I thought it would be fun to add it, and it is pink, okay? So we're gonna take our pink, and we are going to outline that last section right there. And, okay, so my color wheel might look a little bit different, and it's because I showed you how to do the next color, but my camera stopped filming. So I quickly just made another one for you guys. And what I was trying to tell you, or what I said before in the clip that didn't get recorded, was that instead of coloring the pink section with a pink oil pastel, I had a great idea for us to just mix that color instead. So I don't know if you've ever mixed a pink color before, but you just need one of our 3 primary colors. You either need red, yellow, or blue, and definitely going to use white. So which of these 3 primary colors do you think that we need to mix with white to make pink for our last section of our color wheel? Do you think yellow and white will make pink? Probably not. What about blue and white? I think that'll make like a light blue color, almost like the sky. I don't think so. So what does that leave us? Red. So if you mix white with red, our primary color here, then you will make pink. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my red and I'm gonna outline that section there, and I'm just gonna color it in lightly. You don't have to color the whole thing in, right? Because we are going to mix white in there, and once you add white, it starts to lighten up a lot and turn a beautiful pink color. And I'm gonna go over the whole section a couple times. Remember to make sure you stay inside the lines. Don't start scribbling. Okay, mix that white in, go over it a few times, and then you are done. And that's it for today. All we're doing is coloring our beautiful color wheel today, practicing mixing colors, and then next week we're gonna start adding details, which I'm really excited about. I hope you guys had a lot of fun learning how to use oil pastels and mix your colors to create an amazing color wheel. I can't wait to see how yours turns out. I know it's going to be amazing because you guys are amazing. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.